Hey guys, welcome to Common Sense Outdoors. So, if you watched my last video, I did a knife review, and while I'm out here today, I have a second one to do. Got a lot of things to say about this one. The first one being that this was a gift from Jim at fightfast.com. Jim, thank you very much again, bud. This has quickly become my favorite folding knife that I've had in a long time. When I say quickly, I mean it doesn't take but a day or two of using it and you just fall in love with this knife. What this knife is a Dale Comstock Signature Series Combat Folder. The way this came to be, and on the other side here, you'll see it says TRS. I'll show you this up closer in a minute, but what this is it was designed through the efforts of Dale Comstock and the guys at TRS, which is Threat Response Solution, also home of fightfast.com. I'll throw a link in the description to TRS, so if you want to go over and check them out, please do so. They have some pretty cool stuff. It's worth taking a look. I think I'll get behind the camera now, give you the up close look at this knife, and tell you the rest of the information about it. So hold on one second, let me move the camera. We'll be right back. Okay guys, so like I said, Dale Comstock Signature Series. I think the box that came in even said limited. I talked to the guys at fightfast.com. They didn't intend this to be a collector's knife. They've made 1,000 of them now, I believe, and if the need arises, they will produce more. So it has his Dale Comstock signature on the blade. Also in the box it comes in is his autograph on a piece of paper. If you don't know anything about Dale Comstock, if you're on a computer, look to the right of your screen, you'll probably see all kinds of stuff about him. But to sum it up, basically, he is a highly decorated American war hero. So this knife was created, I believe, and named Combat Folder as a self-defense type style knife. Now, before we go any further, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is, focus, right there, made in Taiwan. A lot of you have opinions, I'm sure, on made in Taiwan products. Let me just tell you that that is most likely because many products made in Taiwan are made with the cheapest materials for the cheapest manufacturing costs. After using this knife, I've had this 4 or 5 months. I would have to say that it is possible to have something that's manufactured in Taiwan with the right materials and be a quality product. When I say with the right materials, we have G10 scales, 3 different textures to the scales. The steel is AUS 8. The thickness of this blade is unreal. And if you can tell right there, the thickness on the spine follows all the way out to the tip. And you can kind of see the bevel there. It's thick all the way from the spine down to this bevel, where the bevel starts. So, AUS 8 steel, very heavy, thick blade, G10 scales on the handles, The screws are all put in with a removable Loctite. It was put together very, very well. Dual thumb studs on both sides. The belt clip is reversible to the other side. It's not reversible to the other end, so it's always going to be tip up in your pocket, which I'm really liking. Tip up. When I put it in my right pocket, tip up, this would be the outside of my pocket on this side. There's really no way that can open. Another great thing about this is, let me see if I can get it to focus. Right inside there, you can see that little ball bearing on the locking lever. What that's intended to do, if you see right here, this dimple in the blade, when the blade closes, you can watch the locking lever right here and focus. Right when it closes, you'll see that locking lever fall in. So that ball bearing's fallen into that little dimple for blade retention. Now, the blade retention on it, you can even grab it by the blade itself and shake it. You can grab it by the back and shake it. It's not going to come out. It's got great, excellent blade retention. The fact that that ball bearing is on that lever, as soon as you start to open this, right there, when it's open that much, it's out of that ball bearing's out of that dimple. From there to open, to the locking open position, the only contact on that blade is that ball bearing. So this is so smooth, you won't even believe how smooth this is without using it. In fact, when you open it, I'm trying to do this behind the camera. Hold on, let me spin around this way. You don't even have to follow through on the thumb stud. You can just give it a flip. It's open. So that's pretty much all the specifications. I have one more thing about this blade, this folder, to show you that it is a very unique trick, unique factor to this knife that I don't even know if the guys at Fight Fast or Dale himself know that this knife will do this. But because of the fact that that ball bearing is in there, being the only contact point on the blade as it opens and closes, and because that blade is so thick and heavy, I already showed you the retention is fine, but they've created something here very unique, and that is, first of all, if this is in your pocket, when you go to take it out of your pocket, your side would be inside the pocket. Okay, you're going to slide your thumb inside your pocket and your finger on the outside of the pocket, and you're going to grab the knife and you're going to pull it out of your pocket just like that. Okay? Most people, that's how they're going to pull a knife clipped to their pocket. That's how they're going to pull it out. It's going to be just like that. So let's keep in mind that this is intended to be a self-defense folder or a combat folder. So once I've got my fingers in my pocket and I pulled it out, now my intent is to open this as fast as I can. In order to do that, which this blade opens super easy and super fast, I have to reposition the knife in my hand. So out of the pocket, I've got to roll it over, get my thumb up to that stud, flip it open. Okay, back to this unique trick. You've just pulled it out of your pocket. That's where you have it, your finger and your thumb. If you pretend like you're going to smack this log with it, and right before you get to the log, you stop. Let me actually back this camera up just a hair so I can get away from the log. do that a few times in case you didn't see it, or in case I'm bouncing around too much. I'm just going to, like I'm hitting a hammer on a nail, but I'm going to stop. They've actually created a non-assisted, non-mechanical switchblade. There's no button to push, there's no springs inside there. It's all about the weight of that blade and the fact that the only contact on the blade when it's opening and closing is that ball bearing. Now, I used thumb finger and the fact that you'd be holding it right there coming out of your pocket as an example, because that's how fast you can have it open out of your pocket. It doesn't matter where you're holding the handle to be able to do that. You don't have to be holding it out here on the end to do that. Anyway, that, like I've already said, has quickly become my favorite folding knife. Oops, hold on, sorry. So, I think I gave you all the information about it, showed you the cool trick that it does. Once again, thank you, Jim at fightfast.com. And guys, look in the description box. I'll have a link to Threat Response Solutions. You can go check them out. Somewhere they have these for sale. If you're interested in, I don't know if it's on TRS or if it's on fightfast.com, but at any rate, they're out there. If you're looking for a cool knife, I mean, this is a really cool knife. One thing I didn't mention is on the back of this. Come on, focus real quick. On the very back edge of that blade, you see the thumb grooves, and the thumb grooves on the back of the G10 scales. Getting your thumb right there on that, it feels so good. This knife actually, because of its size and its weight and the way it fits in your hand and your grip on it, it actually feels like a fixed blade knife when you're using it. Alright, that's enough talking. Go check them out. If you like it, go get you one. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, views, comments, and support. And we'll see you in the next video.